Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm George Garvey. I'm the Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, and I'm also a member of the faculty of the law school. It's my distinct privilege today to welcome our very distinguished speaker, the Honorable Lisa Murkowski, who is going to be addressing environmental issues, climate change, the perspective from Alaska. My job is simple and quick, to simply welcome all of you and the good senator, and thank you all for joining us today. I'm going to turn it over in just a couple of seconds to the Associate Dean of the Law School, Professor William Wagner. The president of the university and the provost couldn't be here today. As I said, that gave me the honor and the privilege of welcoming you all. As a little bit of a digression, I teach Catholic social teaching, as many of you know, and I should note that the Church is very interested in issues involving the environment and the state of our earth and how we're handling preserving that earth for future generations. So this is a topical issue from my perspective. I see in the audience there are people from various faculties, from engineering, from theology, and other disciplines as well. So this should be a very interesting and timely topic. Dean Wagner?
Thank you, Vice Provost Garvey. It's an honor to be here today with the role of introducing our Brendan Brown speaker, Senator Lisa Murkowski. Senator Murkowski is a senator from Alaska. In fact, she is the first Alaskan-born person to serve as senator from her state. She is only the 33rd woman to serve in the United States Senate, and so it has a reputation as a pioneer and groundbreaker. She earned her BA in economics at Georgetown University and went on to earn a law degree at Willamette University. She returned to the state of Alaska to practice law. There she served as Anchorage District Court attorney and then worked in private practice. She entered politics when she was elected to the Alaska State House of Representatives, where she served 3 terms and was named House Majority Leader. She sat on the Alaska Commission on Post-Secondary Education and chaired both the Labor and Commerce and the Military and Veterans Affairs Committees in the Alaska House. In the United States Senate, Senator Murkowski is a member of the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee, where she chairs the subcommittee on water and power and serves on subcommittees for energy, national parks, public lands, and forests. She is a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee and a member of the Senate Indian Affairs Committee, as well as the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee, where she serves on the committee's subcommittees for transportation and infrastructure and fisheries, wildlife, and water. She has been named within the Senate to serve as Deputy Whip, within which role she assists the Majority Whip on voting strategy and other leadership functions. And she is also the chairman of the class of new senators elected in 2002. Senator Murkowski is known for her advocacy on the Senate floor and for her passion for improving the state of health care, education, energy, veterans affairs, and infrastructure development in Alaska, and in all of these roles resonates with the field of Catholic social thought as you encounter it in courses taught by Professor George Garvey. Senator Murkowski, it's a pleasure to welcome you.
Thank you, Dean Wagner. And what the Dean failed to mention is that one of the reasons I am with you this afternoon and had the opportunity to accept this invitation our sons attend Gonzaga, and this is what happens when you're standing in line at the food line on Parents' Night. You make acquaintances, find out what the others are doing, and the next thing you know, I've got an invitation to speak before you. So Dean, I want to thank you for that invitation some months back and for your diligence in working with us to get a time to come and speak to you. When we had that brief chat in the line, he asked if I would ever consider doing a talk of some issue. And I said, well, anything in particular? And I'm always thinking from the Alaska perspective, and so mentioned the possibility of speaking about ANWR. As you know, it's an effort that we in Alaska have been working on for some time. And maybe that was not quite what might resonate with the students here at Catholic University, so I suggested climate change. And this is the topic of the afternoon, one that I am delighted to share with you my perspective. And we've focused this as a talk on the Alaska perspective for many reasons, not the least of which is Alaska is certainly in the headlines, in the news when we talk about the issue of climate change. Now, I have learned when talking about my home state of Alaska that I shouldn't make too many assumptions that outsiders actually understand my home state. And when I say outsiders, I don't mean it in a disparaging way at all. Alaska is truly removed geographically from the rest of the United States, and not only geographically, but mentally as well. So given that, I'm going to give you some background on Alaska, with my apologies to those of you who know, perhaps have visited, or know more about the Great Land than some of the rest. Alaska's huge, some 600,000 square miles, 1/5 the size of the continental United States. We've got a map, a pin actually, that many of us wear. It has the lower 48 states, as we call them, the continental US, and you superimpose Alaska on it, and Alaska stretches from Florida on the one coast all the way over to California, up to the Canadian border, and practically down to the Gulf. And we don't make it up. That is how big it is. In addition to being a land of ice and snow, it's home to North America's largest rainforest. We've got a greater abundance of natural resources than any other state, ranging from our world-class coal deposits to incredible fisheries. You always hear about the salmon. Those too are true.